Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. I wanted to do this lesson entitled, There's a Lot of Deception from the Left Hand. Okay, as we already know, they control the media. They push out certain false informations to try to get us trapped up. All right. But it's not just coming from, a lot of it is coming from those alternative medias and these different people that are like on the internet that say certain information, certain memes that, are put out by them, or people that are controlled by them to discredit the ones they call sea theorists. All right. So they do that. That's part of their plan, which is very wise on the left-hand side, which the scripture says that he was more subtle than any beast of the field. Speaking of Cain, hey, shalom to the Zaquan, shalom, Yabashimel Shabashim Kakadash Brakatha, and shalom to you, sincere Akim and Akwath out there listening and learning. So Khan. So there's a lot of deception from the left-hand side because he's very subtle. All right, so. As you can read here now, an update on the New York state, right? Specifically in it's that Niagara Falls, New York. Okay, that particular explosion by the Rainbow Bridge. All right, it says two dead after blast at Rainbow Bridge, linking Ontario, New York governor. New York governor says no signs of terrorism. So. Before, as soon as it came out, they said, "Oh, this looks like this is a terrorist attack. This is this and that." But now they're saying there's no signs of it. So, they push out these misinformation, a lot of deception out there. So we have to be more vigilant on the information that we bring out. And me myself, I have to definitely be on the lookout and try to be more prudent. But it's so much things out there. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of deception. Okay, a lot of deception. So. At the end of the day, we stick to the scriptures. Okay, we stick to the scriptures and what the scriptures say. So what I want to do is I want to read this real quick. This is Psalms 144. In verse 8, it says, "Whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood." Okay, so they don't speak the truth. All right, matter of fact, let's read this in the NLT. It says, "Their mouths are full of lies. They swear to tell the truth, but they lie instead." Okay, so that's all they know is how to lie, because the truth is what exposes them. The truth is what leaves them vulnerable. Okay, because they've been ruling this world based on deception for so long. And it tells you that in Job, is that 37? The shadow of death. Hold up. Okay. And this is why they have their secret societies and so on and so forth, because everything they do has to be in secret because it's wickedness. It's nothing righteous that they're doing. All right. This is Job 24:16. It says, "In the dark they dig through houses, which they had marked for themselves in the daytime. They know not the light." What is the light? The light is the truth. Okay. They know not the truth. "For the morning is to them even as the shadow of death." So the morning to them is like the shadow of death. Righteousness to them is as wickedness. Okay. If one know them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. Why? Because of the wickedness that they've been doing. So they don't move straight forward. They don't just tell you, they don't just show you their hand. Okay. They use deception. They'll speak sweetly, but in their mind, they have a plan to destroy you. They have a plan to throw you into a pit. Okay. And like I said, let's go into that word subtle. Okay. Because like I said, they're very subtle. They're very subtle with how they do things. And it's okay. There's many facets to it. Let's get Genesis 3, because I don't know, it's not popping up. All right. This is Genesis 3. In verse 1, it says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. All right. So the serpent was not an actual snake. It was a man with serpent-like characteristics. Okay, which that same spirit, same family, right? Came the spirit of that family came into Cain, and then it was reincarnated into Esau, Edom. All right. So it says, any beast of Salaki, I'll read this again. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh power hath made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Okay, so I just want to look up this word subtle, but I'm going to finish this off. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High had said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open. See, so he mixed truth with lies, because it's true that your eyes will be open, okay, right? And ye shall be as gods, and that is true too. That mainly, specifically, Adam would be as a god, okay, knowing good and evil, because the gods know good and evil, meaning the judges, okay, the angels. They understand both sides. See, Adam didn't understand evil at that time. All he knew was good. Okay, so he wasn't lying with that. But when he said, you shall not surely die, that was a lie. All right, but he came with subtlety. You know, he probed her first. So let's get the word subtle. Okay, the word subtle says irawam, okay, in the Hebrew, which means subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible, crafty, shrewd, sensible, prudent. All right. And you come down here, it says cunning, right? And what was Esau known as? A cunning hunter. Okay, so that's spiritual. That's all spiritual. Okay, usually in a bad sense, and this is what Esau is. He's cunning in a bad sense. Okay, and he's still a hunter in the spirit, by the way. All right, he's still a hunter in the spirit, because he's trying to hunt the people now. Okay, especially Jake. All right, so he'll wheel you in with these different deceptions, and then bam, he'll grab you. Okay, this is from the Yerumia. This is Psalms 10 and 8. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places. That's it. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. A good example of that is this juice. Okay, that juice, that was very subtle, you know. He definitely preyed on the people, okay, and a lot of people have perished based upon that, and will continue to perish based upon that. It says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Yes, and all of these different things is part of his net. Okay, all right. The different these different deceptions he has out there. This is why we're out here, to warn you of these deceptions. So the more you listen to the men of the Lord, the different prophets out here worldwide, starting with the apostles and elders, okay, is the more that you're up on what this devil is doing. All right, because this place is full of deception. All right, and it might seem to be true, and he'll paint it as something that's true, but it's still deception. Okay, it might even be opposition, but there's something called controlled opposition. Oh yeah, they're against the elites, they're against Klaus Schwab's agenda and all this and that, but really they're nothing but controlled opposition. So you have to really keep your eyes open. Okay, this is Psalm 64 in verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. See, they don't do things straightforward. Esau doesn't do things out in the open. You see, when we're ruling under Yahweh Shai, we're going to be doing things in the open. Lord willing, we be of that number. Everything is going to be in the open. We're not going to have to hide councils and things of that nature, have these secret Bilderberg meetings. No, everything is going to be out in the open because everything is going to be righteous. Okay, it says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. See, the snares are privately discussed, and then they bring it out to the forefront. Okay, and part of those snares is the lies, the misinfo that he puts out there. Because what is one of the wars that they're about to have? They're about to have the war on misinformation. Okay, right? It says, they say, who shall see them? Okay, and by the way, there's a difference between misinformation and disinformation. Okay, but there's going to be a war on what they classify as misinformation. Matter of fact, let's look up the difference between the two real quick. Okay. Right here. Okay, so it says misinformation is false or inaccurate information. That's getting the facts wrong, right? So a misinformation is not malicious. Okay, misinformation is not malicious. Now, disinformation is false information, which is deliberately intended to mislead. You see? So let's say we say something that might be inaccurate based upon a news article, that is classified as misinformation. Okay, because we're not deliberately deceiving, but what these people are doing, they're doing something called disinformation, which they're purposely deceiving. That's right, gatekeepers. Right. So let's look this up real quick. Right. That's right. This is from the Elder Yerumia, GMS History of Yaikwab. Go ahead and subscribe and be edified. It's Isaiah 29:15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and their works are in the dark, right? And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? All their work is in the dark. All of their work is in the dark. They don't do the things out in the open, man, because they know that the people would rebel because the things that they're doing is unrighteous. The only ones that benefit from the things that they do is themselves. Everyone else loses. Okay, let me continue with this. This is Psalm 64:5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right. And a lot of the things we're bringing out is things that their own people are saying, that people that are actually amongst the elites, or that are actually, lesser luminaries that are saying these things. This is not even just random information. This is not from A. Bones Jones. You know what I mean? You know what I mean when I say A. Bones Jones? This is from what they would call credible sources. We even check their fact checks websites, and they prove what we've been saying. So that's just their own tongue falling upon themselves. They're being exposed. And that's through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because we're at that time that the skirt of these devils are being lifted up. Okay, so they have to do anything they can to offset that. Let's get Isaiah 47 real quick, since I mentioned that. Okay, this is Isaiah 47. Okay. I'll start at verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. All right, so the Lord is going to make them naked. He's going to make them exposed so that everyone can see who they are, right? Because there's another scripture where it says everyone that seeth them shall flee away, because they know what they're all about now, and this whole Israeli-Palestinian thing is further showing you their true colors and how they really think and what they've always been doing. So Esau can't tell you, oh, it's in the past, get over it. You devils are still doing it now. It's the same game you're playing right now, worldwide. Okay? That you've always been doing. You never stopped. All right? So Esau's guilty, man. So what he has to do is he has to continue to try to control the narrative as much as he can, but he's failing. He's failing, man. The flood waters of this truth are too powerful. There's nothing they can do against this truth. Okay? All right. This is 2 Corinthians 13:8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. There's nothing you could do against the truth. Okay? The truth is always going to prevail. It's always going to rise to the top. Right? The Lord even said that the day shall come where, iniquity shall be quenched, and the truth that has been so long without fruit shall be declared, man. So yeah, man. We saw the update on the on what they're saying about this Rainbow Bridge thing. Which, matter of fact, I'll read a bit of the article before I close out, just to see what this one says. I didn't read it. I just read the top, which says that there is nothing linking it to terrorism. It says Rainbow still shut as Peace, Queenston, Lewiston, Whirlpool Rapids Bridge reopened. Okay. Let's go down here. It says there's no indications that a vehicle crash and explosion Wednesday that killed 2 people on the American side of the Rainbow Bridge, which connects Ontario and New York, is linked to terrorism, says New York Governor Kathy Hochul. Based on what we know at this moment, there is no sign of terrorist activity in this crash. So why did they say the FBI told them there was? Right? When I did the first video, they said the FBI told them there was. Okay, that this was linked to terrorism. So what's up with that? Okay, it says Hochul said at a news conference, she said an individual from Western New York was involved in a crash, but she did not clarify if the person was the driver. We're going to ensure the public is safe before they go back on the Rainbow Bridge. And why don't they just give out all the information? Why do they have to hold information? Was he the driver or not? What's so confidential about that? You see, everything these devils do is in the dark, man. Okay, it says late Wednesday evening, the FBI in Buffalo confirmed in a statement posted on X, the social media platform. And what's interesting, they're saying there's a particular plague that's called X that takes out about 80% of people. Just thought that was interesting. Okay, it says the social media platform, formerly known as Twitter, that it had concluded its investigation at the scene of the incident. The post said that a search revealed no explosive materials, and the investigators found no connection to terrorism. So these devils put out false information, to get people trapped up, and then they can say, see, you're pushing misinfo, or they can use that to make you look crazy or whatever the case may be. So, we clean up, our mess, so to speak. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom. Kol Leim Le Yal Bashem Yal Shai Bashem Chakudash.